How do women view sex?
Well, I don't say for all women, but I think most of them, like, they see it as something for, like, to show that you love someone, and it's just more like of a passionate, like, love thing rather than like a lust.
How do you think guys view sex?
As a lust kind of thing, and just have fun.
Okay. Do you think guys today are more passive or more dominant than in the past? If we're going out, I would go, hey, let's go to the roller skating rink versus, hey, would you like to go out with me? Do you like
no,
me?
I think they're the same. Well, I don't know about back then, but I think it's pretty much the same. Like, they ask you what you want to do, you know? So, it's not like they're like, proposing like, oh, let's go do this. Or, actually, sometimes they can do that, but most of the time I think they mostly ask, like, for you, like, what do you want to do kind of thing. Oh, what I've got them, they ask, what do you want to do? And that's why I tell them, you pick, because I don't like...
Which do you prefer? That's my next question. Which do you prefer, the more dominant guy or the more passive guy?
The more dominant, because, like, I don't really care. I'm pretty chill, like, just, like, say whatever, do whatever, so I don't really...
Who's in charge of most of your relationships? You or the guy?
Me?
You said that pretty quickly. Which is worse, a guy who says, you're in charge fully, I'm not going to make any decisions, I'm going to rely on you telling me totally what to do, or the guy who says, I'm in charge?
I don't know. I've been in a relationship that's like, you know, the guy that's always asking me, what should I do, blah, blah, blah. Right. It's really annoying.
So which is more annoying?
The guy asking me, like, what should they do?
What should they do? That's more of a turn off. The guy is like, what do we do, honey?
Yeah. Because it kind of like puts them at a lower level than you.
Puts them at a lower level.
Yeah, the guy has to be like kind of manly and in charge-ish.
In charge-ish.
Ish. Yeah,
Do you think guys today are more passive or dominant?
Sexually? Or...
Either way. Are they more passive or dominant?
I feel like they're more passive than they used to be.
Let's talk about, since you brought it up, sexual and non-sexual. Are guys more passive or dominant?
Sexual, definitely more passive, I think.
And then socially?
I think both they're more passive than they used to be. Yeah, more passive. Like,
more passive? Like how? Give me an example of both, like sexually and then socially.
Well, sexually, they have to watch what they do because now there's so many laws and they do something, so they don't want to like do something wrong and then be like.
You mean in bed they're not allowed to do something's illegal or what?
Oh well, no, but they just don't want to. They want to make sure like they don't cross the line with a girl and make them feel uncomfortable.
Are you talking about making sexual moves, like if you're trying to?
Because they don't know if it's like wanted or not. Because, so then they're more passive about it.
Right. And then socially, give me an example socially.
So just men and women asking each other out usually. The guy asks the girl, but now sometimes they can still more passive, so the girl asks the guy because they don't want to wait anymore. Or even like views in the house, like even if they're like already married, it's a lot more passive than it used to be.
Do you think guys today are more passive or more dominant?
I think they're more passive because...
How so?
I don't know, I feel like maybe because things are changing a lot and I don't know if they know how to deal with it really because I don't know, I feel like there are more women now who are more goal-oriented and who aren't just looking for what they think that a wife should be or what guys are looking for. A lot of them are more independent now. So I feel like they're a little bit more passive because they don't know how to be dominant right now.
Do you think guys are more passive today or more dominant?
I think that they're probably less dominant than they used to be, definitely, like back 50 years ago, but...
What have you noticed about guys being how they're passive?
I mean, guys definitely let women take more control over, like, their lives, you know, and even just, like, with a girlfriend or something.
Which type do you prefer, and why?
I guess a little dominance is nice. It's kind of nice to feel like you have, like, a nice, strong man who's gonna, like, take care of you.
Which is worse for you? A guy who makes no decisions, totally relies on you for everything, and you're entirely in charge, or a guy who tells you what to do? Which is worse?
No, I don't like indecisive guys. I think the first one's worse.
You think that's worse?
Yeah.
The decisive guys? More of a turn-off? Would you rather date a guy who does everything you ask him, can't make his own decisions, relies on you entirely to be in charge, or a guy who tells you what to do?
No. Guy who... I mean, I don't want like a guy to tell me like sit down, do this right now.
Yeah, one extreme or the other.
Like,
Which is the?
I would like the guy to be in charge, like for planning stuff and stuff like that. But I mean, obviously my opinion is in there. But for him to like make the plan.
But you have to choose one or the other.
I probably want him to.
If you had to choose one, A guy who does everything you ask him, can't make his own decisions, relies on you entirely to be in charge, or a guy who tells you what to do?
Do I have to, like, if he tells me what to do, do I have to do it? That's a good point.
I don't know. Which is worse?
Okay, which is worse is telling, because that would cause a lot of problems. Honestly, in my opinion, I like guys to have control. I don't like, you know, want to be the one who always makes decisions, because people, like, when you make decisions, it kind of shows that you care and think about it.
Why do you want the guy to be in control, not you in control?
I never said I want him to be fully in control,
Okay.
but
in general, you're saying?
In general,
Why do you generally want him to be in control?
Because it shows that he cares, and, like, subconsciously, like, in a lot of girls, subconsciously, they like douches.
Clarify what you mean with douche.
Being slightly rude and not really caring about what the other person has to say. It's kind of a guy's responsibility to take care of you. So if you're the one who's doing the taking care of, it doesn't worry, because he needs to take care of you also.
Now, when you say take care of you, do you think that's more of a social thing where guys are conditioned to take care of you, or do you think that's more of a natural thing where guys should take care of girls?
I think more of a natural thing. If you have feelings for someone, it's just a natural instinct, I think, to want to take care of them and make sure everything is okay. I mean, I think girls should do that too, but I don't think that. I think it's kind of, kind of a guy's duty to also take care of the girl.
I can't take someone who can't make decisions for themselves.
Why?
Because it just exudes, like, that you don't have a backbone, you don't have a confidence, you don't have, like, a mind of your own.
Okay.
To, like, communicate what it is that you.
Have you dated the guy who was, you know, had no spine, did everything you said, relied on you totally? Have you dated that guy?
He wasn't to that extreme, but he was just sort of, like, mellow and sort of like, oh, well, you know. He's kind of passive.
Whatever you want to do is fine with me.
Kinda. It wasn't that bad, but he was just sort of like, oh, whatever, like really chill, and I didn't like that.
Is that a turn off when a guy just doesn't have a backbone, doesn't make decisions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, like, just like as a person, it's like that means you don't know who you are. Like, why would you want to be in a relationship with like someone like that? Like, who doesn't? They don't know themselves, essentially, if they're like relying on you to do everything for them or make their decisions and stuff.
Guys today are more passive or more dominant?
I think they're more passive, actually.
How
definitely.
So?
In terms of dating and doing the whole courting and pursuing
Give me some
and dating.
examples.
You know, I think with text messaging and technology changing and everything, they're not as aggressive as they would have been. They're a little more, just passive. They,
Like how? Give me an example.
Sending a text here and there rather than actually calling or, you know, asking you on a date in person. I just think with sort of this fight for equality, the roles have kind of transitioned a lot, and I don't know how to explain it. They're just more passive. That's how I feel. They're growing up later. They don't want to mature as quickly. They're extending their college years as long as they can. They're not worried about supporting a family so much anymore, thinking that they're going to have this dual income.
Which type of man do you prefer? The more dominant or more passive?
I like dominance, but I also like sensitivity. So however you can make that work in a person.
Okay. Do you prefer a more dominant or more passive guy?
I would have to say somewhere in the middle is good. I want someone who definitely respects my opinion in the decision-making process, but I like a guy who's assertive and aggressive and sort of takes on that traditional stereotypical role and, you know, serves as the provider and protector, and I would like them to kind of follow the old-fashioned way and be more aggressive, so I didn't have to bring things up all the time.
I say just go for it. Like, if you see somebody randomly, like, walking, just go talk to them. If it's somebody you already know that's your friend, just tell them how you feel. Like, I mean, just go for it. Don't be scared, because you never know where it'll go.